Okay, so today I'm doing a collaboration with some other keto YouTubers, and this collaboration is called Keto Approved or Not. So every month we're going to be reviewing a different product that people use, and we're going to let you know whether or not we feel that it's keto approved. So the first product that we're reviewing is butter. And the butter that I've chosen to review is ghee. Have you ever used ghee? Have you ever tried it? Well, if you've never tried it before, I highly recommend that you give it a try. And ghee is something that's not usually found in most grocery stores. I mean, I have never seen it in at Walmart or my local grocery store. I actually buy this through Amazon. But if you don't want to buy ghee and you just want to try it and see if you like it because you don't want a big jar like this, I'll show you how to make it on your own. And actually, it tastes better if you make it on your own. Okay, so let's talk about the health benefits of ghee. So first of all, ghee is packed full of soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Second of all, it's a great source of butyric acid. Butyric acid or butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid that acts as a detoxifier. It is also inflammatory and improves colon health. It supports insulin levels and it helps people with IBS, Crohn's disease, and ulcerative colitis. Ghee is heat stable. The smoke point is 485 degrees, which is higher than coconut oil at 350 degrees. Ghee is shelf stable. It'll last, the jar will last opened up on the shelf for a month and 7 months in the refrigerator. Ghee is easy to digest. It's free from casein and other milk solids. It's a great option for people with dairy sensitivity. So how do we use ghee? Well, my favorite way to use it is to saute vegetables in it. Spinach, onions, garlic, mushroom, any vegetable that you want to saute is good with ghee. But the best way to use ghee is to roast your vegetables in the oven. I like to roast asparagus, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. And the way you do that is very simple. All you have to do is put your vegetables on a baking sheet. I usually use parchment paper underneath. I prep my asparagus or whatever vegetable I'm using, spread it out on the pan, sprinkle some oil. I melt the ghee and just pour it over the vegetable. Cook it at about 375 degrees for about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes until your vegetables are a little bit browned and crispy. And oh my goodness, that is the best cooked vegetables you will ever have in your life. Guaranteed. If you don't roast your vegetables, you need to start doing that. So another way to use it is to toss it in steamed vegetables. If you like steamed vegetables, which I don't really care for them too much, my vegetables need to be on the crispy side and not so much soggy. So toss it in some steamed vegetables if that's what you like. And also, you can use it to fry or scramble up eggs. So good in your eggs. Okay, so those are the health benefits of ghee. And those are some ways that you can use ghee. So now, let me show you how to make it. Okay, so the first step in making ghee is to take some butter, salted or unsalted, and put it in a pan. I cut it up into smaller pieces so it'll melt a lot faster. Some people use salted butter because that's what I'm using right now, because that's what I have. Some people use unsalted. The salted butter just bubbles up a little more when you're cooking it, but it doesn't really make a difference as far as the ghee that you've made. And a lot of the ghee that you buy is salted, so they've added the salt afterwards. So anyway, we're just going to let this butter melt over a medium-high heat until it's completely melted, and then we'll go on to the second step. Okay, so after the butter is done melting, it'll start to bubble and separate. This probably happened to you when you've melted butter for a recipe and forgot it on the stove for a bit. It's just the way separating from the butter and floating to the surface. So what you want to do is, as this white foam, which is the whey, once it starts bubbling to the surface, I just have a skimmer. You can buy a skimmer like this anywhere. You can even get it at the dollar store. And I just start skimming the whey from the surface until it's completely gone. So after I've finished skimming my whey, I'll be back for the next step. Okay, so now that I've removed all the whey, I'm going to continue to cook it until we make ghee. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let it simmer until the solids, the milk solids on the bottom, turn brown. We're not going to burn it, we just want it to be brown. And that's what gives ghee a nutty, kind of butterscotch flavor to it. So this process will only take a few more minutes. We'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you a quick optional step. I have my jar for my butter, my ghee, and I have a coffee filter. So I'm going to put the coffee filter in here. I'm going to take my ghee that's been cooling off a little bit in the pan, and I'm going to strain it through the coffee filter. Alright, so let that strain a little bit. And what this step does, it just makes sure that you've gotten all the milk solids and all the whey out of the ghee. So if you're not sensitive to dairy, you could skip this step if you wanted to. So it's coming down in a nice fast drizzle. As soon as that's done straining, I'll come right back. Okay, so there you have it, ghee. So if you've never tried ghee before, I encourage you to make it and see if you like it. I also encourage you that if you've only had the pre-made jarred ghee, try to make it on your own and see if you like it that way, because to me the taste is amazing and it's so much different. So put it on your steamed vegetables, put it on your roasted vegetables, spread it on your toast. Just kidding, don't put it on toast. We don't eat toast. So, is it keto approved or is it not? I say it is. So that's all that I have for you today. So until next time, keep calm and keto on.